Good morning, Scott Redler, T3 Live. Welcome to today's Friday's relaxed morning call. Fridays we do a morning call around 9 o'clock. It's quick and dirty, about 5-7 minutes long, so I'll get right to it. Bulls have been setting the table for the past few months, or the past, just say, 30 sessions, ever since that December 20th gap and go. This week we tested the floor. We tested 1303 to 1308. We actually hit 1300, bounced off there quick. Now today we get the jobs data, call it what you want, the president fixing the numbers to get reelected, or the death model, the death birth model, whatever it is. It came out, the headline's going to be positive, and there'll be a few things for traders to look at. Sometimes they try and sell the excitement to say that this move is now priced in, which as traders we don't chase excitement, we usually sell it, but for today's action and today's trade, there are some things to watch for. So if you look today at the S&P, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So, we have a lot to be thankful for as traders, or even as market bulls, which we trade the trend. But since the October 4th low, this technically the trend has been being followed very methodically and almost to a T. Every pullback, passed a lot of tests. This being the first one that, Fibonacci retracement, the 61.8. Then the downtrend, another Fibonacci was tested, and then we broke this downtrend. Here we have this accelerated uptrend. Building a floor. We've talked about building this upper floor. They tried to break it on Monday. The bears basically had no power. Now we're opening above the January high of 1333. So this is what's important in my eyes. I think they might try and sell this in the beginning, but if they can't sell it and get like a 30 to 60 minute close below 1330 to 1333, we're going to have a nice up day that might not close on the highs, but just another day within this rally, and that opens the door to this level of resistance that I'm watching right over here. This is the resistance from July and August. This is just say about this high here, I think was like 1347, and this peak here is at 1356. So 1345 to just say 1357 is that next area. We could knock on that door today. I don't think we get up into that area, but maybe, the 1340s. And then, if you want to take even more of a macro look, you'll see that the day we killed Osama bin Laden, which is 1370, that's not too far away. So here's a lot of resistance in this area. You can't just go all in now on this jobs report. I'm sure if you've been watching this site and you remember T3 Live, you've been playing this rally the whole time. If you're holding multiple positions, you manage them today. Maybe you sell some longs into the up open, maybe put a little bit more on a hedge on, and then just, actively trade. The OAHs, which we've been holding for this methodical move, ever since December, with this inverted head and shoulders, is breaking above this next resistance. So you want to sell some into 130, 132, you do so. Considering if you were a macro investor here, you've been holding it since this area, so why not take a little bit off into there? As far as positions that you're holding, just know whether they're for momentum or whether they're your longer term positions. If they're your longer term positions and you were in tier 2 today, which I think probably was difficult considering a big jobs number, you sell a tier into the strength and then you stay the course. As far as like tight patterns, because of this gap open, there's not a lot of them. So you have to use your intraday tactics. You have to watch a stock gap up. Maybe it pulls in the first 15-30 minutes, puts in a pivot there, and then from there, it continues higher. That's when you get in. Then it eclipses the morning high, and then you get some kind of momentum. We talked about Schlumberger yesterday. I know it was a hard hold. It's now above this area. Should be on its way to 80 or above. Some other stocks in that group look good. Apple will be interesting today to see what they do here. You take a little bit of a closer look, and you'll see that recently it's paused for 3 days. Question is, does it get above this 458.50 and continue, or does it go sideways continuing? I'm long some there. I'll see if I could add above this area. As far as Google, some guys are watching it. They think it can get into this earnings gap finally, and all the Facebook hoopla. It probably could. This is 591. Some guys went long versus 200 day. If you're still long, congratulations. We'll see if there's a trade here above 591. Let me just get this in a nice area. As far as those Facebook momentum plays, Groupon, very good to us this week. Nice 3-day methodical move. I think it's opening up a bit. If you're still long some, take some. Stock played by a lot of rules, right? We talked about this downtrend that got broken. Here's what I went to tier 1, tier 2, sold it all into this 24 area. And I think that if you're still in some, has some room, but I would just take trades. The Zynga was also great. Once it went above, some people got involved around 10. I think most of the traders on the floor got involved above 11.5. Nice volume. It's continuing. I would take profits along the way there, but this also has, room. It's a new issue. I think people are starting to get really excited about the potential here. So just know your time frame and take trades there. LinkedIn is interesting. It's a little sluggish, and it's still below one of the pivots. We talked about it around the 70, which was a nice little purchase, and then again, and then yesterday it woke up. So if we can start getting above this 79 with some volume, okay, and breaks this downtrend, you could see 85 to 90. So this one still has a pattern here. I think AIG, I was long from this area. Maybe it gets above 27. It continues. The banks, you'd know where resistance is. This was that move into that prior October high, going sideways a bit. Perhaps it tries to take out, Wednesday's high. And if it does, that'll be very healthy. But it could use a few more days. It's had a big move. Here is your core buy. Here is a bit of a momentum buy. And now it's just, working its way higher. JP Morgan's been lagging a bit, but it would be healthy if it could finally get above this 38 and stay above and perhaps rally up to 40. Morgan Stanley also has been acting a bit better. This was the breakout above the flag, hanging tough here, should continue. I think gold is selling off a little bit this morning. It's been a really big move, from when it broke this downtrend on Fed Day around 163.50, 164.50. Nice move, consolidation. Closed on its highs yesterday, so some people were in there for momentum. Hopefully you're only in a tier 1, considering here is your tier 1, tier 2, and then this is just your momentum, or you're just holding as it goes. So we'll see what happens. I think support here on the GLD. I'm not sure where it is right now. Watch this 169-ish area. See if it, the trend remains real strong there. As far as like a GMCR, just watch yesterday's high. If it were to go above yesterday's high, you'd probably see a bit more of a squeeze, but look at the size of this gap, so that's not going to be so easy. I think Netflix still needs a little bit more time, but building a nice new upper flag here above this 128 to 130 area. You probably have more room. It's been a long road though from this was your core entry when it broke this downtrend. So just take trades and be careful. I would just use that for cash flow. So all in all, here's the thing. It's very hard, when you get a jobs number, because a lot of people take off risk or they dial it down because that's what you do in front of a big number, especially after a big move. There are a lot of people still skeptical of the market, a lot of people still short. So you're seeing them do the cover game, the chase game. They've had more than enough time to cover. Then they should be almost ashamed of themselves. So if you came in today flat, just try and make some money today. And now that the jobs number's out of the way, you'll get new setups. If you've been holding multiple positions like Sperling or myself or some others, you're getting paid to take the risk, but you're doing it smart. I've been losing money every single day, bleeding on this VIX, and some of the diamonds. But if I'm holding 8 or 9 positions and net long, you have to have them, because if the job number was bad, I would be then buying my strong positions and probably covering some of my hedges and then staying in the course. Since the job number was good and we're gapping up, I'm selling some of my macro longs, taking some profit. Maybe I'll add a little bit to some of my hedges to see if they do try and sell it down, and then manage it. And that's what you have to do. But you have to know what you can handle and know what your time frame is. So at this point, I got to get back out there. The open's in about 15 minutes. Tune into the radio, tune into the chat. Virtual Trade Floor has been, really uncovering some volume nice and early. Everyone's, putting in their thoughts, and that's exactly what the community is all about. And that's why the Virtual Trade Floor exists. So you could have 400 to 600 traders talking, sharing ideas. You could see our positions, listen to us on the radio, and we could take you to the dance, and we could take you home from the dance. So if you're seeing this from Twitter, from wherever you're watching it, make sure you tune into T3 Live. Take a look, because there's a lot more content and a lot more things we could help you do during the market day. Have a great day trading.
Hi, I'm Sean Hendelman, CEO of T3 Live, where we train, coach, and mentor traders in order to help you put your money to work with confidence. The T3 Live approach is a blueprint for you to recognize, adapt, and ultimately take advantage of different market conditions. To begin your training with T3 Live, we would like to offer you the opportunity to enroll in our free 30-day online home study course. Fill in your name and email address, and I'll see you on the other side. Hi, I'm Sean Hendelman, CEO of T3 Live, where we train, coach, and mentor traders in order to help you put your money